I think the greatest wounding that people can have, as I adjust my blouse, real life, folks, is the separation from love that we feel, the separation from source. Okay, so when that happens, how does it show up? I need you to give me something that I feel I don't have. When I feel disconnected from love, which most of us do, I mean, I do. I'm trying to get more of a connection, but if I feel disconnected from God or source or love, which I intrinsically am, if I have wounds around it or protections around it because early in my life when I was little, I felt disconnected just because I'm human or because of the experiences I had. Then I start to look for love, connection, approval, security, survival outside of myself. I need more money. I need more followers. I need more power. I need more fame. And then these thoughts start happening around how can I get more? How can I get your attention? How can I get more money? How can I get noticed? And everything comes from out there, and the associated thoughts start looping around the past or around fears, and it becomes kind of not so pleasant to be in my own skin. And my emotions and my state of being become very dependent on what's going on out here. And my thoughts start looping around kind of negative things where I'm looking for drama, like a lot of the TV shows, the reality shows, the YouTube videos. A lot of it is around drama, putting people down. Um, the news, it's about negativity, and it's just people who want to watch that. And when I want to watch that, it's mirroring back because I'm looking for negativity. I'm in my own negative thoughts, and so I want other negative thoughts. It's just like feeding my negativity. It's not our fault, okay? It's not your fault. It's not our fault. I'm just making this video because I'm kind of waking up to this, and I want to wake other people up to this. I think that from the moment we're born, we're disconnected because we're in the womb. Okay, as little babies, we're just in the womb. It's warm, supposedly, I guess. It's warm, it's cozy, it's loving. And then being born is a huge trauma because we come out into this cold. It's cold and it's painful, and we're separated already. And we come into a world that already feels separated from God. I mean, even religion teaches us that we're born sinners, we're separated from God, we're born to people who feel separated from God. Our whole society feels separated from Source. So not only are we physically separated from the warmth of the womb, we're born into a world that feels separated from love. And then all these things happen to us in the world. And, as being human, our parents can't always give us what we want. Even the most loving parents will sometimes abandon us, neglect us. But I know from coaching people, there are many people who have had really traumatic childhoods where they're actually neglected, abused, invalidated, and hurt, physically and emotionally hurt. In my case, it was more just some neglect because my parents were busy. Occasionally, they lost their temper. So I would say my childhood was pretty mild by comparison with what a lot of people have, but even I have felt that disconnection, that abandonment, that alienation from Source because in the world of human form, I make my decisions about how valued I am, how loved I am, how adored I am by how my parents treated me. And they all had limitations. So I also suffered this I'm not valued by God. I'm not adored by God. If I don't feel adored by God, I can't adore myself. So there's this lack. And if I don't adore and love and comfort myself, I need to be adored and loved by you. Post some sexy pictures, try to make more money, try to be really loud, cause a lot of drama, seek attention, need a man for security, all these different trauma acting ways that I have done and I do, okay? I'm not any better than anyone else. Don't put me on a pedestal, but I'm kind of waking up to all these things. So the way that we heal this stuff, first of all, is by just being aware of the energies that have me feel disconnected from love. How do I feel I'm not loving myself, or God isn't loving me? I'm bad. I'm unworthy. You know, I'm a sinner. I'm not loved. I don't feel comforted. I feel neglected by God. All these emotions, you feel them in your body and you let them go and fill yourself with light. It takes a little bit longer of doing, but that's just a way of healing it somatically. It cannot really be done on the level of logic or talking. You just have to feel it. And you have to realize that that's just an illusion. It's an illusion that we're buying into, okay? I'm going to link below in the description a couple videos from other people talking on this topic about our beliefs and how they hold us back, and also a Jungian psychologist video about how our mind interprets the world and how we can use imagination to set a new future. Because when you see a color, like you see the color blue, it's not really blue. Your brain interprets it blue because the light hits different wavelengths depending on what the color or whatever the light is hitting it. Your brain is interpreting it as blue. Your brain is interpreting everything. Your brain can interpret people as safe or people as dangerous. Your brain is interpreting everything. And so instead of just continuing to live in the past or think only what you had in the past is possible, you can start to imagine a different future. You can even imagine yourself in a situation that would feel scary and imagine the feelings of excitement and enthusiasm in that situation. Like you can imagine a new future instead of being stuck in negativity. For me personally, I often have repetitive thought loops where I catch myself thinking about something that happened in the past or some limiting thing in myself. And I start catching those thoughts, and I want to start just imagining new thoughts in a new future and having more positive, uplifting thoughts. And that's why I put this on today, and I put my makeup on to make this video, because I want it to be in integrity and in alignment with the message that I'm giving, is that we can all be connected to a different way of being, a higher vibration, more loving way of being. And that's what I've been really working on the last few weeks, like in earnest. So yeah, that's what I wanted to share with you guys today, is to start to see that the way that we live is often a result of the collective energy, and we do not have to buy into it. We can absolutely heal ourselves from that and form a different, better life. But it requires, this is what it requires, and this is why a lot of people don't want to do it. It requires a willingness to let go of that familiar, uncomfortable, but familiar way of being, because it gets so entrenched. Like for me, it's so hard sometimes to switch my thought patterns. They feel entrenched. Like, you know how when water runs down like and makes a river, like it's entrenched, like it feels so fucking entrenched. Like these same thoughts feel like deep rivers in my brain that just keep running through, and it's like I have to use a lot of discipline to change them and be like, okay, I'm willing to let go of those thoughts and form new thoughts. So form a new river, just start forming a new river, and then pretty soon that new river will be your new thoughts, because our thoughts do create our reality. That's why different people see the world in different ways. Some people are happy, some people are glum. It's the same fucking world, you guys. It's how we see it. So it's our beliefs, our subconscious, our wounds, and what we want to experience, what we want to feel. I am declaring I am done with the victim mindset. I am done with thinking of myself as bad. And that's another thing. You know, I saw a comment on my YouTube channel recently where someone was telling me that no man will ever want you because you're an escort. First of all, I was an escort for a year when I was in my early 20s. And my husband still married me. He knew I was an escort. And he was a good guy, took good care of me for 25 years. He was emotionally unavailable, but it's just BS that a man doesn't want to marry an escort. Now, when my ex-husband met me, it was before I was an escort. And we were broken up for a while, and then we got back together later. When we got back together, I was a student at the university, so I was no longer an escort, but there are many escorts that get married. But what I want to say about that is that saying that, saying no man will marry an escort or no man will want a woman that's older. I've had women tell me that. I'm getting older, no man will want me. I watch these videos on YouTube about men not wanting older women. And that's just like a labeling. Like, life is energy. Life is energy. It's not labels. It's like, like I see these little birds come up and start eating the food and chirping on my flowers, and I just enjoy the bird. I don't think, well, he's got poop on his tail, or maybe, his nest was in some river. I just enjoy the bird. Life is energy. It's like going to the opera and there's this beautiful performance, and the guy leaving the comment is complaining because he doesn't like the woman's shoes, completely missing the energy of the opera. When people, I just want you guys to think of a whole new paradigm. Life and people are about energy. What energy feels congruent to me? It's not about the color of the woman's hair or what job she has or many penises have been in her pussy, or how much money she has, or what her childhood was like, or any of that, how many children she has. It's not about that. It's about your energy. We are energy, you guys. We're not labels. We're not the past. We're not our stories. We're not our jobs. We're energy. And we're drawn to people who have energy that feels attractive to us. Like, I feel very attractive. I feel like I'm radiating light and warmth and love and caring. Who gives a fuck? That right now I'm wearing these little leggings, of what my job is or my hair color is. Like, who gives a shit? I'm helping people. I feel good about that. I show up for my friends. I keep my word. I'm authentic. What difference does it make, the color of my shoes, my job? I'm saying this for all the women who watch my channel who've been told that no man will want them because they're too old, or they have too many children, or they're a sex worker. Those are labels. Life is about energy. The energy that we feel internally is going to be reflected back to us from the universe. So if you feel triggered by someone telling you that you're not good enough, it's just showing you a wound in yourself that you can heal very easily by feeling that pain and that disconnection and being with it and letting it go and filling it with light, because we are ultimately energy. We're not labels. Okay, I hope this has helped you guys. Thank you so much for watching my video. I'm just going to keep bringing more. This channel is going to be about healing and making ourselves better people. And occasionally, if a personal story comes in, like I did one about catfishing recently, I'll bring those up as well. But this channel is not going to be talking about my escort business or my porn page, or what a guy did or didn't do. I want to devote this channel to healing. Thank you so much for watching my video.